Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back to the boat gang. Got my 34-inch custom scratch built sport fishing boat out here at the park pond. We're gonna run the boat today. Okay, I hadn't ran it in like 6 or 8 months. I had to wipe the dust off of it, kind of go through it, make sure everything's in good working order. Okay, last year I kind of did a little build series. We added the tuna tower, the outriggers, painted the boat, installed all the electronics, water cooled, brushed ESC. This is a different motor. I actually went up on my turn count, so I have a little more torque, and it's a little bit larger motor than I have been running, so we're going to be testing that out today. Got a little water pump with a lithium-ion battery, servo, 3200 milliamp Spectrum 30C 3S pack. Okay, custom strut, custom rudder. All right, it's all custom. It's a custom boat. I built it with all the structure, the bulkheads and stringers is pine, a yellow pine, and all the planking, the decking and the bottom, that's all cedar strip. So let's run it. Should be pretty fun. Kind of slow things down a little bit. She sure is pretty in the water, you guys. Almost looks like the real thing, you know? Yep, she almost looks like the real thing. Got a nice ride attitude. Pretty boat, pretty boat. Good maneuverability. That's our left turn, our right turn. She'll get away from me if I ain't careful. All right, so let's kind of open her up and see what she does. Oh, that new motor is actually pretty good in it. It's actually better than I thought it would be. So this is a higher turn count motor. You know, it's got a little bit more torque. So I'm not running my water pump right now. I just want to kind of do a couple rounds with it and just kind of feel out the motor and feel for heat without water cooling, you know. Ooh. She's pretty. So I'm gonna actually pull the top off. Let's check for heat. The ESC is nice and cool, so I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the pump here. And this is a lithium ion. Hopefully this battery's not too much for this pump. Make sure my pump's not leaking. That looks good. Got a little bit of water in there. That's 8 volts on that little 380 motor. Hopefully that's not too much. All right, got you guys zoomed in. That's full trigger right there. Got you zoomed in so you can see her. She's kind of top heavy. See how she rolls real bad. And if I'm not careful, if I turn it too sharp like that, she'll actually get water in the back corner, you know. So I have to be careful. I used to work on a 44-foot striker. It was an all aluminum sport fishing boat, just like this, out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We used to troll for wahoo, mahi, king mackerel, and we would bottom fish for black sea bass, snapper, grouper. Okay, I did that for about 10 years of my life, and I loved it. I had kids, and I had to kind of get away from the fishing thing because I was gone so long, you know, 12-hour, 18-hour days on the water, you know, offshore, and had to kind of get away from it. But that was some of the best years of my life spent out in the ocean on the water. Oh, look at the turtle right there. Checking the boat out. Oh man, it's running good. It's so nice to kind of slow things down, you know. And I mean, my fast boats, you know, like my drag boat, that's a custom built boat, you know, and it's super fast. But it's nice to get out with some slower boats and just kind of take it easy and chill and enjoy your work, you know. Everything don't have to go 50, 100 mile an hour to get pleasure, you know what I mean? Ooh. Yeah, I like that front handrail I put up here. You know, see the handrail I put up front there? I need to get some smaller pieces of aluminum and weld them on, you know, and finish that up. That'll really give it a nice look. Now we're in fishing mode. Now we're in fishing mode. You guys know what I used to do when I was young, you know, 10, 11, 12 years old. I would actually convert pool boats, you know, your pool, those little plastic pool boats that you could get. I would convert those. I would put, my dad was a boat mechanic, so I was trying to take after my old man, I guess. I would put brushed motors with like AA batteries with a little drive shaft in those pool boats, and I actually rigged a couple of them up like shrimp boats. My grandpa was a shrimper. Actually, half my family's shrimp. But I would rig them up like shrimp boats and put a net on it and everything. And I didn't even have a controller. I would just take it down to the river, the creek, and throw it in the water and let it go. You know, have somebody over to catch it with the net down in the water. We'd catch little mullet and shrimp and stuff occasionally, but I've been an RC boater my whole life, whether, you know, RC or just let her rip and, you know, take off and go. I've been an RCer all my life. Boats, you know, all my life. I've built them from scratch when I was young, you know, no rhyme or reason, just playing around. It's in my blood, man. My grandpa used to build full-blown 100-foot shrimp boats. In his old age, he would actually build model shrimp boats, which I wish I had one. He would make them out of coffee, the wooden coffee stirring sticks, you know, and they were beautiful. Scale model boats, man. I wish I had one, but it's kind of in my blood, you guys. This just brings back so many memories, you know, being a kid with my little pool boats converted to electric. So cool to see a homemade boat run, you know, even if it's a freaking cardboard box with a motor on it. You know, if you built it, it's something to be proud of, you know. It's what's so fun about the hobby. You get like a little idea in your head, you know, like just a whim, and you can bring it to life for cheap, you know. Something you can do with your kids, you can do it with your grandkids, or you're by yourself, you know. Get a group of guys out, and you know, that are boat builders and model builders, fast electric guys, and race. Got the water pump back on. Look how much she banks. This is a head turner. Anytime I bring this out, people love to watch this boat. They love watching this boat on the water here. I get so many compliments with this thing. Feels like our battery's almost done. Yeah, it feels like the battery's discharged. No issues running on 3S. This is actually the first time I've ever run it on 3S. 30C, 3200, it don't really last too long. So yeah, you guys, hopefully you like the sport fishing boat video here. Just kind of feeling a little nostalgic. You know, I brought a couple of my 100% ironclad built boats, you know. This is probably one of my favorite boats I've ever built. Like I said, it was my first one, and I just wanted to kind of take a walk down memory lane. It brings back so many good memories, you know, fishing and my grandfather, you know, my dad, everything. It's just a pretty boat, you know, and it just needed to be put on the water where it belongs. You know, I've had it on a shelf for so long, and it just needed to be run, you know. One day here shortly, we'll take and do the foam around the hatch opening here. Maybe put a couple plates right there for a thumb screw, so we don't get quite as much water in the boat. Maybe even drill a couple gunnels back here to drain the water out that gets in the boat. That's probably the best idea. And I was thinking about putting a couple spray rails down the bottom of the boat right here, because like you guys seen, when it banks real hard in a turn, water wants to go over this back corner, you know, both sides. So a spray rail like right here would actually divert a lot of that water and keep it from going in the boat. So yeah, just wanted to bring a couple of my homemade boats out. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Big B with Ironclad RC, channel where we tinker, test, and tune everything.